Have you seen that that law change that men can now take their wife's surname?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Did you read the case or not?
I didn't read the case. I just saw.
As a concept, what do you think?
I think it's rubbish, and I'll tell you why. Because first of all, it goes against everything else. I'm not going to talk about sort of black culture or anything, but it goes against everything from the beginning, right? And I just think that there's people that have got hidden agendas that are trying to push these things. There's a lot of these things that are coming up, you know? Like for example, now there's a new thing to say that there's this group of people that we call them pedophiles, but they're applying so that we don't use the word pedophile because it's insulting to them, but because they've got the right to love kids and to have feelings for kids. So they want to be recognized, and that they should not be sort of demonized because they've got feelings for kids.
Sure.
You know, so there's a lot of these things that are coming up.
Homosexuality?
It's bullshit as well. For me, I think it's just completely rubbish, you know. It might have been, some people can claim that it might have been there since the beginning and whatever the case might be. But I just think that there's certain things that are not part of human nature that we should not adapt to. This thing of freedom is a problem. And if you check this thing, you will see when the statistics starts, right? Whereby if they're going to record it, where they would say this person has taken the wife's surname, just track it and check who are those people. Mostly it will be foreigners.
In South Africa?
Guaranteed, yeah. Guaranteed. You will see. Mostly. Because I mean...
Why do you think it will be foreigners? No, so I've heard this argument. The reason I'm asking is, for that foreigner to get married in this country, they would need to have papers. So will they not have committed fraud by then? Or do you think they'll get married somewhere else and then come and get citizenship here?
The foreigner does not need to have papers to make a woman pregnant.
Yeah.
And once that has happened, because South African law sort of protects kids so that they don't grow without fathers. So it is easier for this guy to go to Home Affairs and get papers.
But they're not married.
They're not married, right? But they can easily get married. I mean, they can use that as a route to get married.
But they're getting married, you don't have to change the surname. So Umchita in Nigeria can have a child with a South African woman.
Yeah.
They have a child, now it's here. And they can marry the South African woman.
Yeah.
Why is the surname thing such a big deal?
Because most of them, you know, now and again, there's operational tutula, there's like people rioting and fighting and saying foreigners are taking this from us. So if now someone is Mlocho, now, and the name is going to change. Because I mean, if you get married to a woman, right, simchinchi kama, ikama lake if we Nandi, simniki kama, sumni uguti Mantuli or something, because maybe the first child is in Tuli or whatever the case might be. So now this guy is going to become now Nkosinati Mlocho. And now, if Nkosinati Mlocho, anywhere else, there's nothing that's going to pick him up as a foreigner unless otherwise someone looks at the maybe Home Affairs, because Home Affairs writes the originality yako to Pumagupi, whatever the case. Other than that, this guy, if Angafundi Zulu, if he's married to a Zulu person, Abem Nandi, this guy is purely South African.
Nkosinathi Mlocho face, come on.
Nkosinathi Mlocho.
Yeah.
So why would you question Nkosinathi Mlocho?
But why is that a problem?
It is for me, okay, look. I think it is a problem if we're talking about men taking women's surnames. It is a problem, Penuel, because what are we trying to achieve with this thing? First of all, what is the end game? I think we should ask ourselves those questions. What is the end game? What is wrong with the current system? Why they want to now have men taking women's surname? Why? Is it because most women now that are becoming part of making these laws and rules, they've got a lot of money to a point whereby they're like, why should I, what is the reason for me to get, to take Penuel's surname when we get married? Why? Why should I take, I can give Penuel my surname because I can afford to feed me and Penuel beyond reasonable doubt. So what is this whole thing about? So for me, what is the end game? Do
you think South African women should not be allowed to marry foreigners?
South African women are allowed to marry whoever they want to marry.
But maybe they shouldn't be allowed. out of this fear, because you're speaking name, surname, but the argument you're making would apply even if they couldn't change the surname. She could still marry a guy from Malawi and you still have the same issue. The guy moves here, maybe they married for a while, the guy gets papers, he's like, look, my wife is here, my kids are here, the law says, let's make you a permanent residence, because I mean, you've got a family here.
Yeah.
Doesn't change the name and surname. So I'm saying maybe to avoid that, just
and after that they
don't
get
allow
divorced. Yeah. After that they get divorced because this guy probably his intentions is to come here and just get that so that he can settle in South Africa.
Like in
because
America,
it's nice.
with the green card.
Exactly. With those guys.
So maybe South African
those
women-
Nigerians that go to America to get married to those 70-year-old women.
Yes.
Exactly that.
So maybe South African women shouldn't be allowed to marry foreign men.
You see, that would be problematic because if you say it should not be allowed, then it sounds very oppressive, you know.
But you're saying they shouldn't be allowed to give the man the surname.
No,
Isn't
they
that
should
oppressive?
not. No, that's not oppressive. That's fixing the society. It's not.
Why do you not have a similar issue with men? So Nelson Mandela went and married a Mozambican woman.
Yeah.
Hugh Masagela went and married a Ghanaian woman.
Yeah.
Why is that not an issue? That these women are coming here, they're going to change their name to Nandi.
No, but that's
Mandela.
fine.
Why?
Because it's that's how things have been and that's how things are supposed to be.
But it's a foreign woman. She's here for citizenship. She's now, whatever you are worried about with the men,
Yeah.
the woman is doing the same thing.
But I mean, what is the scale of that happening?
We don't know. You wouldn't know because you can't track it.
No,
When
but-
you're just meeting Unandi Ngcangca, but you don't know she's from Zimbabwe because she married you. You guys gave her marital surname.
No,
She's
no.
got, marital name.
Yeah.
And she's got your surname. So obviously, South
No,
African-
this thing should not be allowed. Pen. There's certain, you see this thing of freedom and democracy. I've got an issue with it when it comes to issues like this.